video commenting a bit on 2020 and how the year was for me. Probably this video will be uploaded at the beginning of the new year, but I just wanted to do like a kind of reflecting on how it's been for me in 2020, because I find it very interesting how everyone's complaining about this year and how it's just like such a shitty year. Of course, coronavirus wasn't nice at all, and like this video is not gonna be like everything's fine, everything's good, because of course there are many horrible things happening. But I just wanted to comment because ironically for me this year was such a good year in many different ways, and I just wanted to share it with you guys and just open up a bit in this channel. I feel like I've never properly sat and talked with you directly. In order to understand fully my content, I think it's important for you to know more about myself. Basically, to summarize a bit, I'm Spanish, and specifically I'm from the center of Spain, but I'm right now living in Scotland, and I'm also studying university there. Okay, let's get into the theme and the topic of the video. So in January, my year started not very well. So I started my year with a very recent breakup, and I had been also suffering from depression for a long time. The first 2 months were not the best. Like also with uni, I was so lost. I used to go to bed so late and I would wake up late. I wouldn't feel with energy to go to uni, and I was feeling very lost. And then March came, and this is when we started hearing more about coronavirus and all this topic that was coming and all this uncertainty. Also I was receiving so many advices and comments from Spain, because in Spain was very huge and there were so many cases. It was very scary. In my uni we have a very international community, so all of my friends are from many different places in the world, and they were thinking of traveling back to their countries, and so I didn't know what to do. I was very confused because I didn't feel much like coming back to Spain, and so I had to make one of the most important decisions in my life, I would say, if to stay in Scotland or not, because like now we know more or less what is it like. I mean, not really, but we know what can happen and how it's quarantine and all that, but at that time it was all new. If I stayed in Scotland, how much time I will have to be there before coming back to Spain, and when would be the next time to see my family? And I made the decision, and I decided to stay in Scotland for quarantine and for lockdown and all that. 2 friends offered me to stay with them, because also in the flat where I'm living, my flatmates were living, so I would have stayed alone. So they offered me their place and I moved with them. To be honest, guys, this was the best decision I could have ever made. It was amazing. Like, it was so good for everything, like for my mental health, for my social life, for enjoying my time, everything. We became very close, and we had so much fun, and we did plenty of things together. I also had so much of my space because I had a room for myself, of course. Also they canceled uni, so yeah, the academic year was over. And at the beginning I remember I was scared because I was like, what I'm gonna do without uni is like the one thing that I'm always looking forward, so what I'm gonna look forward every day. Of course I didn't have anything to look forward, and the good thing about that is that I could enjoy every single day just in the present moment. Everything was closed, everything was cancelled, so it was just like whatever the day brings is gonna be okay. That's one of the biggest values that I've learned, and to live in the present, to enjoy, also to connect with myself. It was also time to connect with my inner child, because I was experimenting with all the things that I like again, and I was dancing every day, I was painting, I was going on walks, I was playing video games, I was reading, I was writing, I was doing all the stuff that I like, that I've always liked. And acting with your inner child is like it's one of the most important things you can do, I think, especially when you're in your 20s. It's so good. I don't even know how to explain it. Appreciate yourself now, and also connect with your essence, who you've been all this time. See that although you've changed so much, and although you've lived through so many things, you're the same person, and it's kind of connecting all this time together to be a whole being. It was a time also in which I wouldn't feel judged at all, and I appreciate that so much of my friendships. And before, I also had a very strong social anxiety. I have so much rage and hate inside me to everyone, and I realized how that hate for other people comes so much from itself, like from myself. Basically, I was hating myself, so I wouldn't allow me to love or experience nice feelings about other people. This time of lockdown, just the world stopping for a while, it let me stop and think like, what am I doing? Why do I have all this stuff in my head? And see, I can't fix this. It's a problem with myself. I have to love myself in order to love people. After everything opened again and I could meet with more people, it's like the feeling that I have now is completely different. And like, I swear now I'm so open to people, and I'm open to meet people, and I feel so much love for human beings. Also, continuing with my therapy made me come to a very comfortable place in it, and a place in which I really like doing therapy, and I know how much it helps me, and it's so nice. So that also really improved my mental well-being. I spent in Scotland from the end of March to July, like all during lockdown. And in July I came to Spain to just spend 2 months of the summer with my family and friends from here. It was hard coming back because when I'm living there, every week of my life something changes, and it's all moving and meeting people and experiencing new things, and I understand that when I come here everything's the same, and it's hard to see how static this town is, because it's not a city, it's just like a town, and people here live the same lives from years ago, and their friendships don't change. It's hard, but I also learned how also beautiful it is that people live content lives without changes, that they just like their simple lives in a town, and that's wonderful as well. So the heat was so extreme, like check out my video of like summer in Spain, because it's, oh my god, like the heat here in summer, it's too much, it's too much. And then 4 days that we went on this road trip to the seaside. Just simple and spontaneous, and yeah, I just loved it. Then in September it was time to come back to Scotland. It was also the start of the new academic year, and I have to tell you, it was hard because it is always so hard for me to focus when studying. If I spend 3 hours studying, 1 hour is just for focusing and trying to at least read. Yeah, this semester it was also hard because it was all online, so you have to organize all the studies in your time and organize it yourself, and I think that's always hard. But it was very nice because I moved with one of my best friends to this very tiny flat, and we finally have our own flat, and it's so nice. I also love decorating, so it makes me so happy to have a place that I can decorate myself. Sometimes it's a bit hard because it's very small and I feel like a bit trapped in the flat. I can always go on walks or go to a cafe or something like that. I'm also so interested in spirituality. I mean, my interest started last year, like 2019, but 2020 was definitely like a year of I'm very interested in this, and it's becoming a very important part of my life. So yeah, like I've been starting to celebrate more like pagan festivities and celebrations and that, and that's very cool, and it makes me so happy. That also improves my mental well-being a lot. Yeah, so I don't know, I realized that this year has been very crucial for me in a very positive way. Now I look at myself and I can say I am happy and I'm living a very happy life, and that's amazing because it wasn't like that before, and I just wanted to give you some kind of positiveness about this year because everyone is being so pessimistic about it, and I can understand because of course it's been difficult and it's been hard, and of course I've been healthy and all that, and it's been different from so many people. I just wanted to remind you that even in the hardest of times, it's not about how hard is the situation and how many bad things are happening, but it's more about yourself and how you manage your feelings and how much you want to improve, which state do you want to reach. I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's completely worth it. I don't know, yeah, this was basically my 2020, and I want to give a big thank you, and I'm so grateful for all my friends and all the people in my life that supported me. And if I could reach this point, all of you can reach it. So yeah, I'm wishing you the best, and I hope you really enjoy the next year, and even if the world is shit, you can be happy. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I give you so much love. Bye.